This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The time is precisely 6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe and read by Chandima Veerakorn. Headlines. Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan, arrives in Sri Lanka. Easter Sunday Presidential Commission report handed over to the Speaker. The Speaker says MP Ranjan Ramanayake cannot be called to attend Parliament meetings until a specific order is received. Sri Lanka Medical Association emphasises that there is no need to panic about the new variants of the COVID-19. In news overseas, avian influenza in Europe approaches levels last seen in 2016. In sports news, UK athletics boss Joanna Coates says coaches found guilty of abuse should receive a mandatory lifetime ban from the sport. Local stories in detail. Prime Minister of Pakistan Imran Khan arrived in Sri Lanka today for a two-day official visit. The Pakistan Premier is accompanied by a high-level delegation, including members of the cabinet and senior officials. Prime Minister Imran Khan was given a guard of honour upon his arrival at the airport after being welcomed by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. During his visit, Prime Minister Imran Khan will attend bilateral meetings with President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. Several other high-level engagements are also planned, including a business and investment forum, as well as a sports diplomacy initiative. Both Sri Lanka and Pakistan Prime Ministers will together preside over an event to sign several mutually beneficial bilateral memoranda of understanding following their official talks at the Temple Trees. He will also participate in a joint trade and investment conference aimed at promoting trade and investment between the two countries. The Presidential Secretariat has handed over the report of Presidential Commission of Inquiry on the Easter Sunday terror attacks to Speaker of Parliament Mahinda Abewardena. On the directive of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, the Director General Legal of the Presidential Secretariat, Harigupta Rohanandira, handed over the report to the Speaker today. Speaker Mahinda Abewardena announced in Parliament that he has received the final report of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry on Easter Sunday attacks and he will table it in Parliament as soon as he receives the copies. The Speaker said in Parliament today that MP Ranjan Ramanayake cannot be called to attend Parliament meetings until a specific order is received. He mentioned this as a response to a request of opposition leader Sajith Premadasa to summon Mr. Ramanayake to Parliament. The opposition leader said that there is a danger to the life of MP Ramanayake at Angunakola Palasa prison and to transfer him to Valikada prison. Expressing his views, State Minister Rohan Ratwatte said that Angunakola Palasa prison is equipped with modern facilities. The State Minister said that he would accept the responsibility of preventing any danger to the life of MP Ranjan Ramanayake. The opposition members, led by the opposition leader, requested the Speaker to provide the opportunity for MP Ramanayake to attend Parliament meetings, similar to the way opportunity was given to MP Premalal Jayasekara to attend Parliament meetings. The governing party members pointed out that MP Ramanayake has been sentenced by the Supreme Court and there is no possibility of making an appeal. The Sri Lanka Medical Association says that there is no need to panic about the new variants of the COVID-19 virus circulating at present since the AstraZeneca Covishield vaccine used in Sri Lanka adequately covers the new variants. Issuing a media release yesterday, SLMA Chairman Dr. Padma Gunaratne said that vaccination is the only weapon currently available to bring the pandemic, including infection with new variants, under control. She said that mode of spread of new variants is similar to the virus strain already prevalent in Sri Lanka, and new variants may have the ability to be more infectious and therefore will spread more quickly among the community. Minister Pavitra Vanniyarachchi, who has recovered fully from the COVID-19, has held a special discussion today with Health Ministry officials. Attention was paid on the situation of the pandemic, progress of the virus eradication program, and future health promotion programs. She also inquired about the vaccination program, PCR tests, and implementing health guidelines, and also the present situation of corona treatment centres. The Ministry of Health says 732 COVID-19 individuals have been discharged from medical care as they have returned to health. The new development brings the total number of novel coronavirus recoveries reported in the country to 75,842. Sri Lanka's confirmed cases, meanwhile, stands at 80,517. However, 4,225 of them are still under medical care. The country has also witnessed 450 fatalities from the novel coronavirus outbreak. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
Moving on with the local stories. Minister Udaya Ganmanpilla said in Parliament today that government will make its maximum efforts to maintain a stable fuel price, although oil price fluctuates in the world market. Replying to a question raised in Parliament by MP Hesha Vitarana, Minister Ganmanpilla said that the government has a policy to maintain stable fuel prices. The minister said that although the Petroleum Corporation makes losses, the government is not prepared to burden the people. He pointed out that the government has been able to maintain a stable fuel price for nearly 1.5 years. He further said that discussions will be held with India to get the rights of majority of shares of the Trincomalee oil tank complex to Sri Lanka. A special new unit with powers to initiate immediate action on information received from the public on specific acts of environmental destruction, including deforestation, has been added to the police environmental unit on the instructions of the President. Public Security Minister Sarath Weerasekara has been appointed to oversee its operations. Minister Weerasekara urged the public to provide information regarding any acts of environmental destruction to the new hotline. He said those who provide valuable information would also be rewarded in the future. The new unit has been given special vehicles, and with the special task force, a special team has been formed which will conduct raids as soon as information is received regarding destruction to the environment. The minister said that a special hotline 1997 has been set up to receive information from the public pertaining to environmental issues. The 119th Ratana Sutra chanting organised by the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation takes place this evening from Gampola Naranvita Historic Temple. The Ratana Sutra chanting will be held under the guidance of the chief monk of the temple, Venerable Varakapane Sorata Thero. It will be broadcast at 6:30 p.m. over SLBC Sinhala Commercial Service, City FM and regional services. To end the local bulletin of news, the headlines again. Prime Minister of Pakistan Imran Khan arrives in Sri Lanka. Easter Sunday Presidential Commission report handed over to the Speaker. The Speaker says MP Ranjan Ramanayake cannot be called to attend Parliament meetings until a specific order is received. Sri Lanka Medical Association emphasises that there is no need to panic about the new variants of the COVID-19. That ends local news.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
On the main news story, the Department of Examination has announced that conducting tuition classes for GCE O-level candidates has been banned from midnight today. It will be effective until the 10th of next month. Conducting of lectures, conferences and workshops has been banned. It has been prohibited to distribute leaflets, posters, display banners and publishing advertisements over print and electronic media stating that model papers of the examination will be provided. The examination department has requested the public to inform the nearest police station or to inform over the hotline 1911 about the persons who violate the orders. The GCE O-level examination begins on Monday. That ends the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Moving on to Watchlight. Passengers say that they have to undergo severe difficulties due to the dilapidated condition of the roof of the main bus stand in Kataragama. They say this situation is prevailing over the years. The passengers say that authorities should pay their attention immediately to the issue because on rainy days it causes severe hardship to them. This is for the attention of the SLTB Kataragama Depot Superintendent. That ends the Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Headlines of the world news. Avian influenza in Europe approaches levels last seen in 2016. The International Air Transport Association expects its digital COVID travel pass will be ready within weeks. China regains slot as India's top trade partner despite tensions. Avian influenza in Europe is now approaching levels last seen in 2016, with egg supply shrinking in Poland. The disease, commonly called bird flu, has been found in several European countries, decimating flocks with bruising losses for farmers already hit hard by COVID-19. Asia is also experiencing outbreaks of the same highly pathogenic H5N8 strain as the livestock sector also reels from the deadly African swine fever epidemic. The International Air Transport Association says it expects its digital COVID travel pass will be ready within weeks. The pass is an app that verifies a passenger has had the COVID-19 test or vaccines required to enter a country. It also verifies they were administered by an approved authority. The industry body sees the pass as essential for reopening air travel. China has regained its position as India's top trading partner despite a decaying relationship between the Asian neighbours. The two countries were involved in a bloody border conflict last year and saw India ban 220 Chinese tech apps. But that did not stop China leapfrogging the US in 2020 to become India's biggest trade partner. Facebook has announced it will restore new content to its users in Australia. The tech giant has blocked news to Australians on its platform since last Thursday amid a dispute over a proposed law which would force it and Google to pay news publishers for content. To end the world news, the headlines again. Asian influenza in Europe approaches levels last seen in 2016. The International Air Transport Association expects its digital COVID travel pass will be ready within weeks. China regains slot as India's top trade partner despite tensions. That ends World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
On development news, the newly constructed childcare centre at Hatton Talavaggala Olyrood Garden has been handed over for the use of the children. The Human Resource Development Centre has spent about 10 million rupees for the construction on the advice of State Minister Jeevan Thondaman. The childcare centre is built with all the facilities, including a special unit for breastfeeding mothers. Member of Parliament Maruthapandi Rameshwaran handed over the building yesterday. That ends development news. Moving on to sports news, it's athletics and cricket. In athletics, UK athletics boss Joanna Coates says coaches found guilty of physical or sexual misconduct should receive a mandatory lifetime ban from the sport. Chief Executive Coates says she is committing to changing UK athletics policies so permanent bans are issued in abuse cases and will raise the issue at the next board meeting. Currently, lifetime bans can be given but are not applied in all cases. In cricket, England registered a comfortable 8-wicket win over New Zealand in their first one-day international match in more than a year. The White Ferns were bowled out for just 178 in 45.1 overs, with Tash Farrant taking 2 for 31 on her return to international cricket. Tammy Beaumont made 72 and Captain Heather Knight an unbeaten 67 as they anchored England's chase. The tourists secured victory at Hagley Oval with 98 balls remaining. Senior Sri Lankan cricketer Upul Tharanga today announced his retirement from international cricket. The left-handed batsman, who last played for Sri Lanka in March 2019, had been an integral part of the national team over the years. That ends sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
On business news, HNB plc has once again partnered with an extensive portfolio of leading retailers island-wide to provide its loyal debit and credit card holders with exclusive discounts and valuable benefits while continuing to support the community. HNB is offering customers discounts up to 50% as well as convenient interest-free installment plans for up to 24 months. A notable inclusion in this year's partnerships are leading hospitals, which are offering HNB cardholders up to 25% on selected healthcare packages and treatment. That ends the business news.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic News. Courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
On economic news, the all-share price index, the primary index of the Colombo Stock Exchange, has remained in double-digit year-to-date returns territory for 25 consecutive market days over a period of 5 weeks since the 15th of January 2021. At the ending of trading yesterday, the all-share price index recorded 12.15% year-to-date returns. The strong performance of the all-share price index in 2021 has also frequently placed it among the best-performing primary indices in the world. That ends the economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. It will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And finally, on the weather report, the Met Department says several spells of showers will occur in eastern and Uva provinces and in the Polonnaruwa, Matale and Nuwara Eliya districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the western and Sabaragamu provinces and in the Gaul, Matara and Kandy districts during the evening or at night. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the central, Sabaragamu, Uva and western provinces and in the Gaul and Matara districts during the morning. That ends the weather report. And to conclude this bulletin of news, the headlines once again. Prime Minister of Pakistan Imran Khan arrives in Sri Lanka. Easter Sunday Presidential Commission report handed over to the Speaker. The Speaker says MP Ranjan Ramanayake cannot be called to attend Parliament meetings until a specific order is received. Sri Lanka Medical Association emphasises that there is no need to panic about the new variants of the COVID-19. In news overseas, avian influenza in Europe approaches levels last seen in 2016. In sports news, UK athletics boss Joanna Coates says coaches found guilty of abuse should receive a mandatory lifetime ban from the sport. With that, we conclude this bulletin of news from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Over to my friend and colleague Victor Raj. Over to you, Victor.